The Puranas, or ancient lore of Hindu mythology, are an encyclopedic body of sacred literature that chronicles traditional legends of gods, demons, sages, and kings, and dwells upon subjects like cosmology, theology, genealogy, and philosophy. Ascribed to various sources and handed down orally for generations, they were recorded in writing roughly between 250 CE and 1500 CE by numerous scholars who scripted and re-scripted these texts across centuries. Categorized into Mahapuranas and Upapuranas, they not only remain vital to Hindu culture, but also bear testimony to the very evolution of Hindu thought. Welcome to Short Stories on Indian Mythology. Today's short story is Bramha begins creation. In the beginning, there was nothing, only the Parabramha. It was the supreme principle that had no beginning and no end. The absolute reality that was utterly indescribable. The divine essence with infinite potential. The cause and effect blended into one. Timeless, boundless, self-created and self-contained. It had no form, nor was it formless. It had no traits, nor was it without any. Pure consciousness, beyond the reach of thoughts and senses. A catalyst that was unchanging, yet it would bring forth every change. It was only when the Parabramha willed it that the creation of the material universe began. A universe that would now be manifest, observable, discoverable, distinguishable. The will of the Parabramha produced a vibration which birthed the first sound. And it was Om, the sound that contained all the sounds, and the first to form the Maha Tattva, or the primordial element from which originated the three gunas, or the three attributes. Sattva guna, denoting preservation. Rajas guna, denoting action, and Tamas guna, denoting destruction. The interplay of these three gunas brought forth the Pancha Tattva, or the five physical elements: air, water, earth, fire, ether. Together they made Prakriti, or nature, manifest. The gunas also gave rise to the five senses: sight, hearing, touch, smell, taste. These would be determined by five sense organs which would be governed by the mind. With matter had come forth perception. Water now flowed and covered everything. Water, water everywhere, but nothing that would sink. The Parabramha manifested itself as a divine entity who lay on these waters like a lily pad over a pond. Since water is Nara and abode is Ayana, this entity acquired his name, Narayana. The Parabramha now implanted its own seed in the water. Thus fertilized, the water nurtured the seed, and in due course generated an egg. A golden egg that shone like an orb of light. Since this egg, or Anda, had been spawned by the Parabramha, it came to be known as Brahmanda, the cosmos. Narayana now entered the egg as Vishnu, the all-pervading one, the preserver, presiding over Sattva Guna. As this golden egg, or Hiranya, enveloped him like a womb, or Garbha, it acquired the name Hiranyagarbha. A lotus with 14 petals, sprouted through Vishnu's navel, and out of this flower emerged Brahma, another divine manifestation of the Parabramha, the creator, presiding over Rajas Guna. The progenitor bore a kamandala or water bowl and a mala or rosary. Born thus of a lotus from the navel, he got the names like Padmayoni and Nabhija. After spending a year inside the Hiranyagarbha, like a pearl gestating in an oyster, Brahma split the egg into two. The upper half became heaven and the lower half earth. Between the two stretched the sky. Brahma had begun the cycle, and he knew how it would eventually end. Creation or sarga would lead to preservation or sthiti, and finally give way to dissolution or pralay. But as soon as one cycle would die, a new one would be born. At the end of every cycle, when all would be reduced to the primeval ocean of chaos, he would initiate this process all over again. An eternal sequence of cycles, a universe of interlocked circles. Like a firework exploding in a dark sky, Brahmanda has come into being. Brahma sat gazing at what he had just created. Then he entered a state of meditation, and from his depths originated the four Vedas, the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, and Atharva Veda. Little did the Creator know that four troubles were also about to rear its heads. Four troubles that would now endanger this very course of creation. Would well begun be half done?